Hello and welcome to JM Chess. I am 1200 rated ELO on chess.com, and just a month ago I started this YouTube channel and I was only in the 900s, so I have gained a lot of experience in ELO rating, and I've learned a lot of different things from YouTube videos and different courses that I've tried, and my chess skill has gotten way better than it obviously ever has. 1270 is my peak rating. Right now, I'm just under 1200 because I've been playing some really bad games, but 1270-ish is my peak. And I just wanted to go over a few games. My highest chess.com evaluated games. At the end of every game, you can do a game review and it'll evaluate your game and give you what chess.com thinks you played as. So I'm going to show you three games. One where I played like a 1900. I believe I used the Vienna Gambit, which is this game that you see on the screen right here. Another one where chess.com evaluated me at 1950, and my first ever 2000 evaluation. So we're going to go ahead and just kind of go over these games and show you guys kind of what works, what doesn't for people at my rating, and just celebrate my first ever 2000 evaluated game. So this one you guys see right over here. I basically kept it even and never gave up an advantage basically through the whole game. It is a shorter game, but I played at a 90% and the game rating was 1900. The opening was a 93%. The middle game was at 87.6%. So we're going to start the review right now. I started off e4, which is my favorite. I always go e4. If they go e5, I play the Vienna. That is my favorite opening for white, and I play it whenever I get the chance. So they go e5. I bring the knight to c3, and I hope they bring the knight out here because I love playing the Vienna Gambit, which is pushing this pawn. If they take, then you go attack the knight. The knight is forced to retreat because it can't go anywhere else. There, the knight takes. Same, queen takes there. Also, same right there. So it happens in this game. I play the gambit. He takes on f4, which is an inaccuracy. It says this misses an opportunity to strike at the center with a pawn, which is the main line. I hate when they play the main line because I feel like I always lose when they do, but when they take, it's almost a guarantee win. I push the pawn forward to e5. The knight is forced to retreat, and then I bring this knight out. I bring the knight out to f3 because it stops this queen check. The queen check on here is absolutely devastating if they get it because most of the time you'll have to like push a pawn and then that pawn takes. If you take back, the queen takes the rook and everything like that. So this knight move is critical. So you got to play it. He pushes the pawn, attacking this one, and I say, okay, I just push the pawn forward. Once he takes, you just got to pin with the queen. I made a video on this part of the Vienna Gambit. If you haven't seen it, go check it out, and it gives you the move order for this exact thing that happens. So I pin that pawn. I know it says it's not the best move. It says that check right there is the best move for some reason, but I like to pin the pawn. I rarely ever see this variation, so I get kind of I don't want to say scared, but I just like, oh man, I really wish they would have like went queen here or something so I could attack it with the knight. But this is the variation they decided to play. It says it's a mistake and it loses a pawn, which is true because boom, I don't even take it. I take this pawn instead, leaving this pawn pinned, so I'm just kind of banking on hopefully they'll go there. They decide to take. I take with the pawn, leaving that pin up because if I would have taken with the queen, they could have taken the bishop and everything like that. As you see, it says best move right there. He moves a pawn right here, and I forget what I do next. I guess we'll see once I go forward. It says it's a mistake. They want to get that out, so it unpins the pawn. They want to unpin the pawn that way, so this knight isn't as scary, but they decide to do that instead. I take the pawn, they push, and then so it's still saying that's the best because it undoes the pin and everything like that. I go check. I'm pretty sure he blocks here. I go and take the pawn. Oh, he blocks with the knight. I still take the pawn. I take the pawn, hitting this knight. It's not really hitting that anymore, but if he goes here, I'm hitting this. No, I'm not hitting that pawn because it's protected by the knight. So, yeah, all that fun stuff. If he goes here, I just take the knight, which is what happens. I take the knight with check. He blocks with the queen. I trade queens. And then I castle long with check because he can't come here. He could go there, but I mean, that's another check and everything like that. So he goes back. I hit him with this check. He is forced to block with the rook. I take, and then he finally resigns. So that game, as you guys saw at the beginning, was a 1900 evaluation. I had 9 best moves, 1 excellent move, 3 good, 3 book, and only 1 inaccuracy. And the 1 inaccuracy, uh, yes, it's an inaccuracy according to chess.com, but I played it purposefully with reason to pin the pawn. Let's see, where was it? Where was my inaccuracy? It was right there. Oh, that wasn't even, that was a good move. What was my inaccuracy then? I don't remember what the inaccuracy was. That must have been at the very beginning or something. Let's see. So that's the end of the book moves. He takes, I push. Good, good. Am I just missing it or something? Oh well, it is what it is. It said I had an inaccuracy. Let's find it. Oh, taking the rook was an inaccuracy. Okay, but I mean, okay, whatever, whatever. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at the next game. As you guys see, this one was a little bit longer of a game. I played 88% accuracy. You see the thing, it's pretty even for a little bit. He takes an advantage, but you see it just drops off right there. And then I just don't let up from that point. I played this game like in 1950. The opening was 100%, and the middle game accuracy was 85%. So that's pretty dang good. On black pieces, I don't typically do too well with the black pieces, but let's start the review. He goes queen pawn, and I am horrible against queen pawn most of the time, but as you saw in the thing before, 100% accuracy in the opening, so I played well. He goes d4, I go d5. He they call it the Queen's Gambit. I need to make a video on the Queen's Gambit. But I just protect that way. He brings the knight out. I pin it. So that's another book move. This is all just book at this point. Trying to kick the bishop. I take. He takes back. Doubling the pawns. That's what I wanted. And then I bring the knight out, trying to hop somewhere in here. Also protecting that pawn. Again, even though it's protected by the queen as well. He goes and pins. So I take the free pawn. Take the free pawn, which was the best move. He gets the big center, which I don't like too much. I try to kick the bishop. He takes. I take with the queen. And then he takes back that pawn. So I'm looking at stuff going here. I'm trying to maybe push there, get a line for the bishop. I need a castle, get the other knight out, everything like that. I decide to get the knight out, which I've been watching some of Gotham Chess's videos about the queen's pawn openings, and you're supposed to get that pawn out first before you bring the knight out. So uh, I made my bad, made a mistake, but it is what it is. It still says it's a good move. It's not a blunder or anything like that. You are bringing your knight into play, eyeing the central squares. You see that? So if he goes here, I mean, technically, I could do something like that, and then check, and then go hit that, everything. So kind of makes sense. Maybe it would have been a brilliant sacrifice if I would have done it, maybe. But so it says best move is to go there. He brings the knight out. I don't see why it's such a big difference right there. But I try to hit the bishop because I do not like it. I do not like bishops when the opponent has them. And then right here I thought I screwed up because this check hitting that and that. But I forgot that blocks and protects the knight. So that's what I played. So it's not a big deal. He castles, I castle. He hits the knight, threatening 2. So if he takes, I take. He takes back right there. I played the bishop, which is the best move, adding another protector to it. He brings the knight in, adding another thing, but he forgot I could just take at that point. But then he'd take there. I did it anyways, and it turns out to be the best move, so I'm okay with it. He takes back. I obviously have to save my queen, so I don't remember. I think I go back, or what do I do? Oh, I take the pawn, which is the blunder. Blunders the bishop. So that's how he gets a little bit of an advantage in this game. Actually, 2.8. That's quite a sizable advantage, actually. But I just go pawn hunting, and it actually, that's not the best move either. It says good. I made a pass pawn, which is this one. So it could go all the way up, but it's not the best move. What does it say the best move would have been? Ah, cutting off the queen and bishop, and it kind of traps the bishop. Actually, that's a nice move. I didn't see it, but it is a good move. So we'll go. He attacks me, trying to hit that pawn as well. I move back, protecting that blunder. Boom. So I'm going to take. That was his blunder, and I just, for the rest of the game, I did not give up the advantage for the rest of it. He goes back with the bishop. I attack the bishop. He goes back. I hit it again. He goes back. I basically just got my cannons all pointed this way. So I'm not too worried about anything. I think at this point too, I was actually debating on going there and sacrificing to see if I could win it, but I ended up not. I just took the pawn, be safe. Now it gives me a line on all 3 of these center files, which that's kind of, I don't know. I don't know how you're going to be able to do anything at that point because you can't move to the center. You're going to have to play out on the outside. You can't go here, rook. You can't try to come in. I don't know. Trade. I guess you could trade the queens, but I have complete domination over the center. He goes there. I tried to trade queens because I'm up at this point. He doesn't take. I move the pawn, so he couldn't get in here. I think that was, yeah, because he had this battery lined up. If I wouldn't have, I think during the game too, I think I was super close to like not paying attention there. But then I was like getting ready to move this somewhere. I can't remember, but then I was like, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait, oh wait, wait, and then did that best move. He attacks the queen. I offer a queen trade again. He doesn't take it. I hit the queen. Says it's an excellent move. He could take that though. Doesn't really matter if he takes that. I'm not too worried about it because the queen. So he ended up resigning, and like it said, that game I played like a 1950, 100% opening accuracy, which I think that's the first time I've ever had 100% opening accuracy. So we're going to get into the last game where I played like a 2000 according to chess.com, which first time I ever did that. I played at 93%. Yes, it's a shorter game, but I will take it. I'll take it 100%. I'm black pieces again. The opening I played at 89%. Middle game I played at 95%. So that's pretty dang good for, especially for me as a 1200 rated player. You guys see down here 1248. For a 1200 rated player to play like a 2000, have a 95% middle game accuracy, 89% opening accuracy, I will 100% take it. So we're going to start the review. Another queen, queen's pawn. I do the same thing. He does, what is that? The London? I don't remember. I think it's the London system. So I bring the knight out. He brings his knight. I hit the knight just because I like kind of screwing with what they like to do. I know a lot of people, they have that knight there for a reason. I like taking it because it kind of throws them off when I play. So he goes there. I didn't take, actually. I brought the knight out. I think, I don't know what I was trying to do. I think I was just trying to develop at this point. He brings his other knight out. I attack it because I don't want that knight, defending that knight. If I take, he just replaces it. I don't want that. I really don't want that. So he attacks the bishop. I believe yeah, I take the knight, he takes, and then I take the other knight. Doubling his pawns, kind of screwing with everything over here. I have ideas of like that, maybe in the future if he ever goes there, trying to pin. But I open up the bishop, and I think I actually go there at some point, trying to trade off that bishop, get the queen in. I think. Yep, that's what I do. He doesn't take, I castle. So the first time I reviewed this game, I did not understand why it wanted me to go there and fix his pawn structure. It just kind of confused me. I didn't want to fix his pawn structure. I like the doubled pawns. But he goes queen there. I hit it with the knight. And I started noticing that this queen is going to kind of get itself trapped soon. So I push the pawn forward, trying to go hit it again. Whoa, sorry, arrows. Because if he goes there, I hit that fork. If he goes there, I just take it. If he goes there, I can, well, I can't really check because then he'd just take there. But I noticed he didn't have a lot of space to really do anything with this queen. So I pushed the pawn. I didn't realize it would be the best move, but I did it. So he hits that. This leads to losing a queen. Oh yeah, because it takes away that last spot for the queen to go. I hit the queen. It's literally got nowhere to go. If it takes, I take, takes, take, goes here. Well, goes here, takes, goes here. I hit the fork and take the queen. Goes here. I just take. Queen's got nowhere else to go, so that's a great move. That wins a queen. He goes there, lets me hit the fork. I take. He takes back. And then he resigns. So, amazing game. Played like a 2000 according to chess.com, and I'm super happy about it. It's not often that I get a very, very, very good game and very good few couple of games like this, so I just wanted to share it with you guys. If you guys have any comments on the games, or if you feel like there's some things that I could have done better, and just any tips or anything, just let me know. If he would have kept going, I was going to try to get a rook lift, but that bishop was there. Another idea I was going to have was come here, try to hit that pawn, but he could have gone there, everything like that. But when it comes down to it, this game was over once he lost the queen. So this is JM Chess. I appreciate you guys for watching. I have a Discord that I just made. I'll put the link in the description of this video if you want to join it. JM Chess, peace out.